Today's video is going to be another just a casual vlog talking about what I've been doing with my remodel, some of the things that I have selected, and just a quick little life update. Hey everyone, this is Lisa. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Lisa Monique, where we cover all things lifestyle and beauty for the over 50 woman. Yes, I am switching those two because I am including more lifestyle in my channel these days. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the things that I'm doing for my remodel. Still don't have a permit yet, so they have not started any of the interior construction. My contractor said when he got online, it said that it should be Tuesday. October 3rd was their deadline for having the permit out, so hopefully that's when we will get it. Last week, he did get a call from the city and they had some questions, so I'm hoping that there were no additional questions or holdups and that it will actually come back approved and not be sent back for additional information. But it's been a couple of weeks. It's been 3 weeks, 2.5. It will be 3 weeks when, if we get the permit back on Tuesday. So hopefully we will get started on the construction because we'd like to get it framed in and closed off and sealed before the wet winter fall weather gets here. So I did go and look at kitchens, and I went to two places. I just went to Lowe's and I went to Cabinets to Go, or just a cabinet chain that is here. And I had already been to like Home Depot before looking at cabinets, so I knew that I liked, there were some shades of the cabinets, that craft-made cabinets and the Schuler cabinets that I liked at Lowe's. So I took the final plans, did a little, just some basic pricing, and decided that the cabinets that I like are on the crafts-made level. Now at Lowe's, they have 3 different levels of cabinets, with Schuler being the highest, craft-made the next highest, diamond, and I don't even remember what the lowest one was. But craft-made and Schuler are both owned by the same company. I'm not sure which one is the parent company. But the color cabinets that I wanted were in the craft-made line, which is basically a deep indigo. It's called Midnight, and it is almost a matte deep blue because it actually goes closer to my indigo couch versus a navy blue, which was just a brighter blue. So I liked the deep cabinets. Originally, I was going for maybe white or a taupe color cabinet and just the blue island. And we kept going back and forth whether or not to do a blue wood hood. But then I just kept thinking, it's going to be a great room. It would just be a dark hood, dark island, dark couch, and then a big screen TV, and everything else. I mean, it's going to be a wall of windows, so you can't really put a lot of dark over there. I just kept thinking it would just draw your eyes to just that center. And it would be really hard in an open floor plan to bring darker elements to kind of spread it out throughout the great room or the great area. So I decided, because when I was visiting Kimberly from Pretty Over 50 in the Villages in Florida, we did look at some model homes, and I saw some model homes that had just an all blue cabinets. They just went all blue. They were a darker blue, not the brighter blue. And I realized that having the dark cabinets on that one wall would not darken the entire open floor plan area, which was my issue. I didn't want to be trying to add in all this natural light and then make the room smaller because I had darker cabinets. But it actually looked really good, and I felt like after seeing a full wall of cabinets that it anchored this space. And so I felt like by having a full wall, uppers and lowers with the dark cabinets, it would kind of anchor the space. Then I'd still have the blue island, still have the blue couch, still have the big screen TV and some other wood pieces and whatever I could get around. But yeah, I just felt a lot better about that space. Now, the other thing that I really wanted to do was have a hidden door pantry. So it looks like a wall-to-wall cabinet, but it's actually a door to a walk-in pantry. I have decided to go custom on those doors and on my island because in order to get the walk-in door, you have to buy the whole cabinet. And then you're gonna have to kind of jerry-rig how to hang the cabinet and having it swing open. And I want two of them, right? So one of them, I just wanted the fake doors as a door face, and then the actual doors would be a cabinet, or actually be the door. So that just got really expensive to have to buy, full cabinets when I just wanted the door fronts. And so I think because my cabinet style is very simple, I think we're just going to have my trim guy do the custom doors to match and also make a custom island because I really want my microwave in the island. I am doing a slip-in gas stove, 36-inch, but I want the oven below. I did not want to have separate cabinets to the side for the oven because I didn't have very many high cabinets and I wanted as much counter space as possible. So I didn't want to take another 24 inches for wall ovens. So I am going to be putting the microwave in the island. But when you do things with cabinets and you want to switch it sideways, it just got really confusing. Then I needed spacers, and then I needed bookshelf units on the end that were $1,500 each. I needed two 125, 126-inch shelving units. And I mean, that was $3,000 just to put the shelves on the end. So I am going to go with my trim. He does trims and cabinets. He'll do all the built-ins in my closet, and he will actually match the color. Well, the painter will match the color, but he will actually match the cabinet style, and it will just be a lot less expensive. And it'll prevent me from buying all these pieces that I don't really need just to try and make the cabinets work. So I am going to do the back wall will be cabinets from Lowe's, so much cheaper. I mean, I would say at least a third, if not half, as much as the dedicated cabinet store, which, I always like to go for the smaller businesses and things like that, but, it needs to be somewhat reasonable or somewhat comparable. And the blue, I didn't even like the blue as much. So I'm going with this Craft Made Midnight Blue because I absolutely love it. I am going to stick with the same bamboo floors that I put in our house in Phoenix because I know I like that color. I know it looks really good with the navy and the indigo, and it goes with a variety of wood tones because I do have a hodgepodge of wood, and a lot of it is some cherry pieces, some pieces that are darker from some pieces that we brought back from Korea. So there's going to be a hodgepodge of different wood tones, darker wood tones in the house, and I know that this bamboo, taupey bamboo color actually kind of pulls everything together well. And it also then kind of blends because I've been watching a lot of decorating videos, and they were saying how you want warm and cool tones. So the floors are a little bit cooler and then the wood tones will be warmer. So it will kind of pull all of that together. And I am going to go with the brushed gold fixtures because if that is more dated, I think I will go black on the doors, on the hinges of the doors and things like the interior doors, a brushed matte black. But in the kitchen, I am going to go with the brushed gold because it's easy to swap out if it becomes dated. And if dark blue cabinets become too dated in 20 years, then we can always paint those also. So I'm really, really happy with the cabinet choices. Now I need to look for a countertop. I did not have much luck with my quartz countertops in the kitchen in my last place. So I had them for 4 years. And during that time, they stained, They chipped. When I was trying to get a stain off of them, I scratched off the finish, and I could see the finish was different when the light hit it just so. So I really do want to do a solid surface, preferably quartzite. I did not realize that quartz was the more resin-based countertop, and quartzite is the slab to be more like the granite that you might have to seal it once every 15 years or something like that. So I am going to look for a quartzite slab. I might even go with the light granite. I mean, I haven't ruled that out either. So that's what I'm going to do in my kitchen. So I'm waiting to see if they have a flash sale. They say every couple weeks, Craftmade at Lowe's was having a flash sale where you could save 40% off. It's 30% off the quoted rate right now. Once they start framing, once I get that permit, I will order it, whether it's 30 or 40% off, because I need the cabinets in pretty much before a lot of other work is done. For the master bath, instead of doing custom built-in cabinets, I did order this cabinet from Wayfair. So I was having it ship as late as possible, but I still think it's going to have to come into the rental. It'll just have to sit in the entryway because I don't think we'll have the doors and it be lockable in the rental. And I really don't want to put anything in that somebody could steal while it's open. So I still think it will be delivered here and we'll have to just carry it over. But I really like it. I did go back and forth with something to the floor because of more storage, but where the master bathroom is, as soon as you walk out, is going to be kind of my laundry area, and I'm going to put some built-in cabinets there so I can put a lot of the towels and bathroom storage extras, like the extra soaps and lotions or things that I might buy at Costco, the extra toilet paper. That all can go right outside the bathroom door, so it will still be really convenient because my master bathroom is not very large. It is not what you think of when you think of a master suite if you were constructing a new house. But again, I am just turning a 2-car garage into a full master suite. So we are more limited on space. And so it will be really pretty, but it's not going to be exceptionally huge. It will have the double sinks. I kept going back and forth between 72 and 84-inch sinks. I ended up with the 72 because I didn't want it to take over too much. I did want room around the sink so it didn't feel quite so crammed. Now, I went to Floor and Decor to pick out my tiles for the bathroom. And I set up an appointment with the decorator. Sometimes people are like, why don't you just hire a decorator? They pick everything for you. They kind of show you what works. And I really did go back and forth with that. I mean, my girlfriend is a decorator. I have 2 girlfriends that decorate in Florida, and they are both beautiful, but they are a little bit more modern than my aesthetic. And I don't know, sometimes even with the decorator at Floor and Decor, I felt like I was kind of arguing to get what I wanted. And I ended up getting the first thing that I walked in and said, I like that. And she's like, oh, that's really expensive, you know. And anyway, that's what I ended up getting because after we talked, I was looking at this more expensive tile to be a kind of showpiece, centerpiece of my shower, walk-in shower. We're just doing a walk-in shower. When you walk in the door, it's going to be a long, narrow master bath. When you walk in the front door, you're going to see the long wall of the shower. And I just wanted something decorative framed in, and then it'd be really beautiful. And we had that in our last bath in Arizona. So this particular tile is $70 per piece. And I probably will need 12 of them to fit and make it perfectly square. I might need less. I ended up buying 20 pieces just so I have it, and at Floor and Decor, what you don't use, you can return. So I'd rather have too much than too little in case when I talk to my tile guy, he says, no, instead of a 3x3 square focal point, maybe I want it rectangular. Maybe he'll say that it would look better 12x3 as a long rectangular piece. So I don't know that yet. And then below it, we're going to put just a long, narrow kind of, what do you call those insets? I'm blanking out on the word right now, but just so we can have a place to put like the razors and soap and some of the smaller pieces. And then we'll put a deeper one underneath the shower head, so for the stand-up shampoos and things like that. Okay, I did want to show you the tile that I picked out. So here's the tile. So this is going to be in a square or a rectangular pattern, and we'll kind of go with a little bit of a warm grout in between it all. And here's the marble that we picked out to edge it out. And like I said, I bought 20 tiles, so I bought more than I will need, because things like this, you just never know if there's some that are damaged. And then also, you just don't want to run out. And if it's at Floor and Decor, if it's gone, it could be gone. Now this is the subway tile that's going to go around it. So it's got a little bit of texture on it. I don't know if you can see it. So it's not quite smooth, but it's a little bit longer, but it's not overly textured. So it's not going to be so trendy that it will look, you know, strange in a few years. It's really, I honestly feel like it's not in style, so it can never go out of style. It's, yeah, it's just kind of decorative. Now over here, this is the floor tile. Let's see if we can focus. And so these are a little bit warm colors. It is not glossy. They actually had this in a high gloss too, but for the floor, I did not want glossy. So that'll be my floor into the bathroom. And then I'm also going to use this in what currently is the master bath, but is going to be the guest room bath. It's a very small bathroom. It's like I'm living in this rental. I mean, I should measure it out. I mean, the shower is not even 3 feet wide, but we are expanding it and pushing it open to a standard shower width. And then I think on that floor, I'm going to use this tile. So I'm debating doing the whole shower in the subway, this being this tiny, tiny bathroom floor, and then this being the shower floor. So this will be the master bath, or excuse me, the guest room bath. Yeah, I keep going back and forth. And then over on my master bathroom, you know, debating taking this tile all the way into the shower, because it's going to be flat, so you could roll a wheelchair into it. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with wheelchairs, but, you know, never say never, right? So might just continue this floor all the way into the shower. You know, otherwise I could put this in the base too. That is my dilemma now. I have not ordered the tile yet because I haven't had somebody tell me how much to order, but that's kind of where we are right now with bathroom tile. And then across from the shower head, that's where I want the handle, that's where I want the door. We are making everything handicap accessible. 30-inch doors going in from the garage, and then into the master, into the home, and then into the master suite. Not all the doors. The other doors will be just your standard interior doors, but I do want the master suite kitchen area going out into the balcony or to the garden room eventually. I want it to all be handicap accessible because my dad and my mother-in-law, both being in wheelchairs, you know, they had to go earlier into assisted living or doing all these modifications to a home that were more disruptive at that point in time than it would be if I just had everything kind of handicap accessible to start. So that's my goal, so I can stay in the house as long as possible. I also met with the door, she's a trim and door vendor, and we're looking at doing a 12-foot stackable sliding glass door. I think we're going to try and put it into a pocket, so all 4 pieces will disappear into the wall. So that's going to be pretty spectacular also in my great room, because eventually, that'll be phase 2, but eventually we will have a deck. We wanted a patio, I just don't think I can afford to pour concrete, have to raise it 3 feet so that it would be level with the back. And I'm not really sure about how drainage would work yet, how the roof lines would work. So I think we are going to go with a decking, which I know will drain, just because the garage is going to go back out, and it will be, where the patio is. It will actually go up next to that, the back of the garage wall. I also started digging out the plants to the left of the front door, because that's going to be my bulb garden. And I think they said they were going to start shipping my bulbs this upcoming week. So I need to get all those plants out and kind of get it prepped. So I think I'm actually going to work a lot of the roses that I have coming in the spring in that area too. It is full sun most of the day, late afternoon. It starts getting shade from the house, which is probably good, but it's easily 8 hours of full sun at that area. Probably be nicer the fact that the very last hours is actually getting into the shade. And that's it. That's what's going on with the house. I am in town most of October, so hopefully we'll be getting things moving quickly on the house and can get it locked up, get the doors in, and the exterior weatherproofed, because that's when the electrician and everything else can start happening. So anyway, that's my update. As always, appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.